core demand is justice for the victim.
Every day when I'm walking from here to my hostel also, like my mom is scared to let me go alone.
The CM of that state should actually introspect on what she is doing.
9 days on since the horror and brutal rape and murder case from Kolkata city came to the fore, a 31-year-old doctor was raped and murdered brutally. Protests have been happening across the country, and right now we're present in the Indian capital city where doctors from across medical institutions are holding protests. Let's go and ask them what are their core demands.
The core demand is justice for the victim, justice for their family, justice for Arjikar Medical College, where such hooligans are out there attacking the college itself as well. Secondly, we believe that the doctors who are protecting everybody out there should be protected. CPA should be passed. It is really important that we save our saviors.
First of all, we want the real culprits to be caught as soon as possible. We want the harshest punishment possible. So everyone who can even think of committing any, atrocity against women should actually be very, very scared.
What we want, this protest is anything but an overreaction. We want government to be sensitized for any such crimes, not just against doctors, but any healthcare workers.
So when we talk about the Kolkata case, I want to ask you, when you got to know about the case as a doctor, what was your immediate reaction, and also somebody who's a female working in the medical industry?
First of all, I could not even imagine that I was not safe in my campus. I was not safe in the hospital building. I could not even imagine that before the case coming up. After the case has come up, I definitely feel unsafe. I feel scared. I cannot sleep without locking my room. Even I am finding it difficult to sleep at night, thinking it could be me or it could be any one of us. So yeah, it's really scary.
So like every day when I'm walking from here to my hostel also, like my mom is scared to let me go alone. So she's like on call with me. So even if I'm like 2 minutes away from my hostel, she has to be on phone since this episode has happened. She won't let me walk alone.
Please tell us, how will that bring a change in the lives of doctors?
So basically, we want the CPA Act for all the doctors. We know that when we are working in the hospital, I want to know when I am trying to save a patient, I am myself safe. I can't save a patient knowing that my life is itself at risk.
The result is two-way. One thing is it will assure doctors they are safe so that they can work in a risk-free environment. Second is the people also will think twice before resorting to such activities because they know that such act is in place.
There should be a minimum standard of security where all the healthcare workers can feel safe. That not only includes doctors but also nurses, lab technicians, all the people actually working in the hospital. What often happens is that whenever some kind of mob violence starts, the staff will have to function as the security also. Because most of the hospitals are understaffed when it comes to security.
If you look at the banners here, they read about here to serve, not suffer. Beti padhi par bachi nahi. These are clarion calls which are asking for a change. So let me go ahead and ask, are you satisfied with the way investigation is going on currently?
Right now we are still on protest because our demands are yet to be met. What we want is that the Central Protection Act should be passed by ordinance and not through Parliament, because as we know that process can take a lot of time, and this is something that can happen anytime, anywhere, in any hospital across India.
We actually are very disappointed because it seems that the principal, the HOD, the professors, the colleagues are involved, and even the government isn't supporting. Also at the same time, even amidst so many protests, the government hasn't given a proper statement even in this regard, and it's really disappointing.
Ma'am, we are very happy that the Honorable High Court gave this case to CBI, passed this case to CBI, and actually that was the need of the hour. But the kind of incident that happened, and especially that goon attack, obviously anyone who has heard about it is furious about it. Such incidents shouldn't happen, and every government, not just the particular government, every government must ensure that such incidents doesn't happen again.
And we saw a couple of incidents which have raised a lot of questions. You see, just after the incident, construction started very near to the crime spot, and then hooligans came and attacked the hospital. So what is your view of that?
I think it was a planned vandalization of the area, because as soon as they started protesting, I don't think it's necessary to clear all the evidences. If you're scared of something, if you are scared that police or the CBI would find something, only then you would do such an act. So I think the CM of that state should actually introspect on what she is doing about her own state.
What happened to the victim? That is, one person alone is not capable of that. The forensic report was available to most of us. So that Kolkata police, they only got one accused for that. So definitely that does not sound very convincing.
Do you think there's larger political play?
I think so. There's larger political play.
When we talk about the victim of this case, she was resting in a seminar hall because there were no restrooms present in the hospital. So when we talk about such facilities, what is the condition like in hospitals across India?
Across government hospitals, the condition is very pathetic. Okay, there are no dedicated duty rooms for the doctors. We manage to sleep wherever we find space. Okay, some people, they find chairs, they sleep on that only, on the desk. Wherever we find space, there are hardly very few doctor duty rooms where we can go and relax.
And this is when the shift stretches to about 36 hours as well.
Yes, 36 to 48 hours also. In some departments like surgery and medicine, they can stretch up to 48 and even more than that.
Could you list out the challenges that as a female doctor you face in your work life?
So, as a female doctor, I'm every day facing one or the other issues. Like number one, as we could see in this case also, the female was doing a night duty. Female doing night duty in a hospital which is not bounded by police officers, which is not a female who has no special acts for themselves, is a challenge itself.
Justice! Justice!
A lot of medical colleges in India don't have campuses because they're hospitals. So they're like pretty scattered. So I have in my UG walked from the hospital to the hostel where there's very bad lighting. There is nobody to escort me, nothing.
So there's no provision for security in such campuses?
No, so I walked down at 3. Like campus space is different. Like here in AIIMS, it's great. There are a lot of safety measures, but that isn't how it works in a lot of state colleges. So it is very scary, and at that time just imagine your mother like thinking that you're walking alone at 3 in the middle of the night without anybody, alone, right? So there's this another thing that female doctors face a lot is that when we're crossing roads or even when we're examining patients, there's this thing that we have to maintain privacy for the patients. While when a female patient is being examined, there's a rule for a female attendee to be present there. When we are examining, let's say, a hernia case, there is no such provision for a female doctor who is examining such a case. We have had cases where the male patient has started masturbating in that closed space, and it becomes really scary.
The laws should be strict, and in this case, in this brutal rape and murder case, they should be hanged to death.
If the legal system is strong in pursuing the criminals, then people will be scared, and that is how the social revolution will also come, like side by side. But first, the legal system needs to be really strong in this regard.
And I think government should take this very seriously now.
Exactly. So, you see, these are the views of the doctors who are holding protest in the capital city. They are saying that they're not satisfied with the way investigation has been going on. They are demanding implementation of Central Protection Act, and they want stricter laws to act as a deterrent against violence on doctors, so that they can be in a safe condition as they try to save the lives of others. Thank you so much for watching this video. This is Ishita Mitra reporting from New Delhi for India Today Global.